Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 5 of this Hockey Legacy Manager 25 San Jose Sharks career mode here on my channel. Today we are going to be getting into the 2026 regular season, as well as playoffs, whatever else occurs there. We'll see how that goes, but as of last episode, there weren't really a lot of comments, unfortunately, so that was just a little bit disappointing, but you know, that's kind of how it goes sometimes. So, last episode I left you guys with a few questions at the end of the last video. First off being, what number should we be giving Gavin McKenna? Since nobody responded, and we have, I believe, Quentin Musty coming up, he might be wanting to wear 27, so what I'm going to go with here is number 9. I think 9 just looks a little bit cooler, and I really do think that that is a number Gavin McKenna would wear. So, with that being said, let's go and just adjust that in his player card, so then it just always resets to that. So yeah, he'll be number 9. Besides that, not really a lot else that we need to do here as far as our team and our numbers go. I think we're pretty well set there. I think the only other thing I might do is just flip Bordelot and Celebrini's numbers. I feel like Celebrini's absolutely going to wear 71. He's wearing 71 in the thumbnail of this video, so that's again another thing that we should just go and adjust. I had him set at number 17, but we'll go and flip that around. I feel like 71 just feels a little more right for him. So as of this year, obviously we're looking to add a few more defensive pieces to our team. We have training and stuff going on here, and we didn't get a whole ton of player development. Obviously Gavin McKenna growing was nice, but besides that, not really a lot else. Like, we do have Kari Toivonen, who should end up being a very, very solid defenseman for us in the near future, but keep an eye on him and his development. Besides that, Michael Misa is up to an 80, so he should be at the NHL within a year, and then we have another stud playmaker there. Besides that, we're just waiting on more goaltender and player development here. It's gonna take a little while for sure, but just give it time, and hopefully we will see results. So, along with our player training and development here, the other player that we do need to focus on is Will Smith. We are going to work on making him a sniper, as he actually scored more goals than he had assists over this last season, which is fine by me, so long as we can get him turned into a sniper and get this top line on some crazy chemistry. So that is what we're working on. I think as well, do we have Eklund training? We do. I'm just going to not pause his training, but just move it all together. So we're going to change him to just, again, becoming a sniper. It's going to take a while, 320 days, so pretty much the full season. But I have gone and turned the player training and development settings off, so we should be ready to go now. So let's start this regular season and just see where we're actually going to be with the Sharks team this year. Obviously, it's going to be a little different having a player like Gavin McKenna in the lineup, but maybe not. Maybe we are going to be in for another really bad season here. Yeah, 1-8-1 to start. Will Smith scored 9 points in those 10 games, so not bad. Same with Gavin McKenna. Zane Perrick with 7 points. That's what we like. But yeah, the team is going to be pretty horrible again. Yes, we have $11 million of cap space. We'll probably look to do some future trades and stuff like that, but keep an eye on this man right here, Landon Dupont. We're hopefully going to be able to snag him, even though we do not have, or we're legally, based on the NHL rules, we are not allowed to win the draft lottery this year because we won it 2 out of the last 3 years, and we have to wait for a while. So yeah, we're going to make Will Smith a sniper again. 357 days to get that done. So that is going to take some time for sure, but we will continue on here. And we get a crazy trade offer that involves Mackenzie Blackwood. We would get this Ayrton Martino, I guess is how you say it, and Daniel Lundgren, which we don't really need, so we're just going to decline that trade offer. Victor Eklund, we're going to work on his player development a little bit. Where is he at? That was Victor Eklund, yes? No? Maybe so? Who knows? Let's just focus on our top potential players here. I think that's probably the way to go. And Victor Eklund there. Let's work on his... Yeah, keep working on his shooting. That's fine by me. And then besides him, Bordelot, we should probably be working on his just overall offensive ability because, again, it's Thomas Bordelot. He's very much an offensively minded player. Let's work on, let's work on offense here for Toivonen. I think that will actually pay off fairly well. Quentin Musty on defense. Even though he is developing, he's developing really slowly. Another guy we should probably try to get more development going on here is, well, again, Gabriel Daigle just isn't really developing, unfortunately, so that's a tough one. Michael Misa will work on, let's work on his shooting. Try to make his shooting really good because he might end up being a sniper too. We'll see how that ends up playing out because we do have to adjust our players and lineup still depending on what our team needs are. Let's see, Dupont's already moving up, so unlikely that we're going to be getting him, but Zayazin maybe. Again, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, it's gonna be a little tough dealing with trying to get Dupont without having the #1 overall pick, obviously. All right, so we are 6-14 to start off the first 20 games here. Will Smith and Gavin McKenna are just absolutely cooking. I just don't know what Celebrini's doing, why he can't score compared to those guys. Maybe we have to turn him into a playmaker too. But we're just gonna clean that up and continue on here. So. Looks like we are really tanking it. Ooh, we get a trade offer for Braden Yeager. He's actually not as good as I was hoping, so we'll decline that one. We're going to renew Gushchin's hitting just to make him more physically capable, and we'll continue on. Vlasic returns from injury, and we are 15-21-3. Will Smith has 53 points now. My goodness, this man is just scoring at will. Ha, get it? Scoring at will. Ha. Do I not have... Hold on. Where is my visual settings? Do I not have point per game turned on here? Why do I not have point per game turned on here? That is something I absolutely should have turned on. Weird. Okay. Regardless, let's go back to... if we go back to the office, it should say, yeah, Will Smith's 1.36 points per game. Ooh, Macklin Celebrini got back up to a point per game. Nice. Very, very nice. But yeah, look at this top line. This is looking scary. We are going to have... We got a real team on our hands here. Not entirely yet, but we've got the makings of a real team on our hands here. So yeah, that is awesome to see. Do we have any more in development? Dupont's up by 2. Ooh, not great. But a few other guys growing very steadily here. The fact that Gavin McKenna's 91 rated already is absolutely insane. I think he's the first 90-plus rated player on our team, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if we go to now. Yeah, he's the first and probably only, well, still only at this point. Obviously, Smith and Celebrini should be catching him pretty soon. But yeah, Gavin McKenna is just looking nasty with it. He's looking so good. All right, so we'll continue on here yet again. Finish off... I guess this is January now, the month we're in. And yeah, we're just not going to be making a whole ton of trades and moves and things like that. So let's go. Okay, Celebrini's done. What do we want to work on for him? Probably his shot blocking's not great, obviously, but maybe his defensive awareness, just to really get him rolling there. He's got 86 defensive awareness, so... Something else to work on. Hansik's looking good. I'm really hoping Dupont just sticks there at number 2. But, I mean, we'll have to wait and see, obviously. But, ooh, yeah, okay. This other guy here, Andre Wang, looks really good. But Zayazin looks really good, too, as a two-way right-handed D-man. So, there's options. There's options, for sure. Besides that, any other D-men? Keenanen looks okay. Yeah, we're really in the market for one of these two guys, if we can get them. But we'll have to sit back and see how that continues on. Toivonen's up to 82. He's good enough to play in the NHL at this point. Michael Misa up to an 81. Okay, all right. Again, the development is not going bad. It's just taking a little bit longer on certain players than I had hoped. But again, we're only in 2027 with this Sharks team. It's going to take another couple of years for us to really get rolling here. Michael Misa scored almost 2 points per game. That's awesome. All right, Oktiuk we get back. Gaudreau gets back. All right, and we're going to go up to the trade deadline now, where we are... LA is tied with us. That is kind of surprising, actually. Who else is at the bottom of the league here? Chicago as well. Okay, interesting. Not what I expected entirely. Because obviously, you know, you look at this Blackhawks team, like, that's not a bad team necessarily. I mean, I guess they're probably actually worse than us. Yeah, because, well, no, they're not worse than us. Like, our team technically is worse. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Vegas is right in there with us, too. You look at the point totals. Sorry, where's the point totals? Right in here. Pittsburgh, Anaheim, Vegas. Yeah, they're all right in there with us. There's a lot of not-so-great teams this year, and then the best team has 80 points in Dallas. Yeah, that's insane. They're literally winning twice as much as we are, which, again, makes sense. They're the best team in the league. And good growth, like really good growth numbers here. I am thoroughly impressed by the reports we're seeing. So we're going to go up to the trade deadline. Maybe we'll make a trade. Maybe we won't. Not entirely sure how it's going to go. We don't really want this Roberge guy. I just don't feel the need for that. Yes, it was a second-round pick. But yeah, besides that, I'm kind of just like, don't really need that trade. And, okay, a second-round pick for Blackwood. Honestly, that's not bad. It might secure our spot at the bottom of the division if we do this. So, you know what? Let's go for it. He's only an 83-rated goalie with an expiring contract. We can absolutely make that up. But yeah, we are going to jump into the trade deadline here now. And quite a few players on the block for sure. I am interested if Nico Sturm or anybody else has trade offers available. I don't think they do. Yeah, it really doesn't look like it. Obviously, Weisblatt would have some trade offers. But I don't think we really want to trade him. I just don't really see a need to because he's developing quite nicely. So yeah, that's kind of just how I'm feeling right now. Plus, if we go look at our depth chart here, it's looking okay. It's looking okay. It's nothing insane, but it's looking okay. I really need Daggle to start developing because he's one of the few missing pieces that we still have. Ooh, Christensen's up to a 68. That's not bad. Victor Eklund being 76 rated, sorry. Victor Eklund being that rating is a very solid place to be for him. Bordelot obviously has a bit of other contention here with our team and our depth charts, but Brandon Coe is looking really good. I'm actually going to go and find his picture right now because it should be on the internet somewhere. There we go. Oh, look at that. Brandon Coe actually exists. A picture of him actually exists. I just have to actually put him in here now. Okay, so once we finish up the trade deadline, I'll show you guys a very cool little trick with Hockey Legacy Manager that no other game that I know of at least allows you to do. But let's go just explore trades, find trades, figure something out here. Obviously, we're not really gonna look to make too much of a deal here, unless of course some Ferraro trade gets us like an elite prospect, which I mean, that wouldn't be a bad trade, but I'm not trading Victor Eklund. Strommel in a first is not horrible. It's not great, but it's not horrible. Pinkarainen guy's not very good, potential-wise at least. Just a bunch of picks from Montreal, no thank you. You know, Adam Jirasek and Jimmy Snuggerud together is really not a bad trade package either. Do we need it though? Not particularly, so I think I'll pass on that one. Brad Lambert, again, not really developing at the pace you would expect him to. Swanson looks okay. Nicolishin also looks pretty solid, but just not quite the level of players and prospects that you'd expect for what is a would be a top 4, if not top 2 defenseman on most teams in the NHL. So, yeah, I'm a little disappointed with the trade packages available there for Mario Ferraro. I don't feel an incessant need to trade him. Like, obviously we could trade him, but I just don't really think we need to. Yeah, overall it's kind of just a blah trade group again. Like, nothing that is really jumping out to me. All right. We probably should have held on to Yaroslav Askarov. That probably was a big mistake by me. Yeah, he's looking pretty solid. All right, honestly, trade deadline's feeling a little boring this year. Whatever trades happen. I'm not really too worried about that. What we are going to do is we are going to go save and quit here. You guys are going to see this cool little thing that you can do in roster. So if I go to Brandon Co, you can see he doesn't have a picture there currently on the Sharks. If I go in here and edit and then add the picture I just found of him that is a PNG background image, and then I update it, now when I go back into my save on Hockey Legacy Manager with the Sharks, and we go to our lineup and go to players and everything else, like Co obviously should be playing here, probably over a guy like Costin. That's just an error on my part with the lines, especially when we could, put him way further up the lineup. But now you can see he's got a player picture in there, which is super cool. It's a great little feature, and our goaltending absolutely sucks. I love it. Alright, so our 77 goaltending should really help solidify us near the bottom of the draft here this year. This guy, Andre Wang, looks incredible, honestly. Does Dupont have the top 1? Yes, he does. That makes sense. But yeah, this is gonna be, I think it's gonna be a solid draft class. I don't think it's gonna be anything stupid crazy, but there should be some pretty solid players throughout here. We'll keep an eye on this guy, Will Kirby. He looks decent, so could be a potential pick and option for us. I do wonder where are our picks sitting. Okay, so yeah, we got a few first round. Well, we've got 6 picks in the first 3 rounds, which is solid. Obviously, that allows us some flexibility, potential to trade at the actual draft itself. But let's continue on here. Again, the season's almost over. These seasons go really quick for the most part. Michael Misa's done with shot blocking. Okay. So what we'll work on next for him will be... He's got his shooting stats up, so again, that's I think that's the way to go because he's growing fairly nicely there. And is anybody else? We're really not seeing a lot of differential growth, which is nice. I don't mind that at all because then it means that there's not a ton of players losing potential necessarily either. A few more little improvements here and there. All right, let's finish up, go to the calendar, just finish up the season here. So we'll just renew Quentin Musty's hitting, and Gavin McKenna is going to get, I guess we'll go shot blocking this time on him. And then let's also train, Zane Parrick should probably be getting more training on... what do we want to trade him on? Defensive awareness is actually quite low still, so we'll work on getting that number up. Chernyshov will continue on his shot blocking journey. And Honzik, we will work on let's work on passing for him. Couture's out for 3 days, that's fine. We'll finish off the season. Will Smith has scored 100 points and 48 goals. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Mr. Smith. Safe to say Gavin McKenna has had a pretty outstanding rookie season here. We lost 11-1 in our final game. Oh boy. Okay. So there you have it. Our top line just absolutely crushed it as far as the scoring goes. Like literally all three of those players had 90 plus points. So that was sick. But besides that, not really a whole lot else going on here. We probably should look to look at our depth in our system. I love it. I love the amount of players we're seeing here. But so we don't have any more contract extension period. I completely missed on that, so that might be a problem. But hopefully it won't be, because I just completely dropped the ball on that. So we finished with a 33-44 and 33-43-6 record, placing us third last in our division. I believe third last in our division, yeah. Yes, third last in our division, ahead of LA and Vegas. And in the overall NHL, 28th place. So we have the 5th best odds going into the lottery. Interesting spot to be. Of course, we have Colorado's pick again, which is absolutely worthless, simply because the Colorado Avalanche are a very good team. So we'll simulate up to the awards. It goes really snappy on here, and the Edmonton Oilers are going to win. I believe that's back-to-back Stanley Cups now. I might be wrong, but I believe that's back-to-back Stanley Cups. McDavid scores 40 points, and this whole top group is just insane. Matvei Petrov looks sick, man. Holy. I cannot believe how well he's playing. Obviously, Draisaitl's just gross with it as well. But yeah, we'll go to the awards, and there you can see Edmonton Oilers are repeat champions. That's impressive. For the rest of the groups here, let's just reveal all the awards. Gavin McKenna should win the Calder. I just don't see why he wouldn't. And yeah, 97 points does indeed get him the Calder. Besides that, Draisaitl scored 128 points. McDavid had 40 in the playoffs. Draisaitl scored 57 goals, which is insane. And yeah, besides that, who's this guy? Guy Hodges. Decent player there for Toronto as a youngster. And besides that, Makar won the Norris. All right. Pretty solid season. Makes sense. And let's go to player retirement, where maybe we will actually see, yeah, there he is, Mark-Edward Vlasic. I think we are going to be retiring his number 44. Again, he played almost over 1,200 games for this team. Was an absolute beast defensively. Brett Burns, I don't like that it's number 8 instead of number 88. It should be number 88, but I think we're not going to... Well, let's see. Number 8, we probably could retire number 8 as well. Again, there's some history there. It's just a tribute to Burns. So yeah, 2 of the best defensemen ever to play for San Jose. Let's retire both of those numbers. Obviously, I wish that was number 88, but so be it. It is what it is. And all right, there you have it. So yeah, obviously Jan Ruda, we're not retiring his number, even though he was, a 1-season player for us. Carlson, I don't feel the need to either. Yes, he was a good Shark. Scored 100 points 1 season, which is insane. Do they have that in there? Yeah, 101 points as a D-man. It's obviously crazy. 1.23 points per game. That was his highest point total ever in a season, which, again, very impressive feat. I am not taking anything away from him on that, but I don't quite feel the need to retire his number. You can hate on me in the comments. That's probably fair. But, yeah, you gotta love seeing a Sharks player in there. Obviously, Gavin McKenna is a very special player. So, all right, as we simulate ahead, we're past retirement, and now we go to the draft lottery, where, again, if we can land a top 2 pick, that'd be great. Again, we have the 5th best odds, but you never know exactly what's going to happen at the draft lottery. It can always be a fun time. And man, oh man, would I ever love to have a shot. Not saying we would get him, but I would love to have a shot at Landon Dupont, if not this other guy here named Dmitry Zayazin, who would really solidify our top 4 on defense. This goalie here too, actually. Hey, Nico Nurmi. Keep an eye on him. 91 projected overall, which is crazy. That's the highest out of the whole draft. So yeah, something to keep an eye on for sure. So let's get to it. So guys, as we hit the draft lottery, 2% chance, not 2.5% chance, and an 8.5% chance to win the lottery here. So is our pick gonna move? Number 13 did not. As we get up to pick number 5 here. All right, 2 spots down, so that means we have moved up for sure. LA moves down by 2. Vegas moves down by 2. Pittsburgh's down by 2, and Chicago's down by 2. So who actually wins the lottery here? Come on. Okay, I mean, obviously that fits the rules. It's a great second place pick to be, but I don't know if we're getting Dupont with that pick. And the Toronto Maple Leafs are the other team. All right, so Toronto picks first, we pick second. What is actually happening right now? That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. So I do wonder, looking at the Leafs lineup, what are they most in need of? Because obviously they've got a sick group, but you look at the prospects on the board, like they could go with Wang. He would be awesome, but it's probably going to be one of these 2 guys. So I guess we'll have to wait and see, because that is where we're going to wrap up this episode. Obviously, we have hit the absolute jackpot when it comes to winning picks, landing picks, winning lotteries. Like we're rolling, as far as I really don't think we're going to have too much more luck after this season, if I'm being completely honest, just because we've had so much luck already. Like, that's the only way I can really prioritize it. So yeah, gonna be an interesting draft coming up, but yeah, absolutely sweet for us to land at pick 2 with defensemen like Dupont and Zaizin on the board. It's going to be a good draft. We're going to at least get that other right shot defenseman that we need, whether that be Dupont or Zaizin, who knows. But really, we don't have to worry about, maybe trying to pick somebody else further out and lower down on the board. I mean, we'll still pay attention to this Nico Nurmi guy, because he could potentially be a franchise goalie. You never know. But that is where we are going to wrap this episode up. If you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to go down below, drop a like, subscribe, hit notifications, and of course, answer my comment to get featured in the next video. But that is it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and until next time.